Come on. All right, all right, all right.
Oh, hang on.
Deeper. All right, all right, all right. Deeper. That's all we have.
What's deeper?
Exactly. Well, when I was in the 8th grade,
Oh, God, there's a story.
I was a cheerleader.
Yeah.
And I was one of the very few white kids on the cheerleading team, and the girls on my team were fabulous, and they had this cheer, all right, deeper, and if they were saying defense.
I was just going to say, I think they're saying defense.
Yeah, they were, but
right.
it sounded like deepa. I grew up in Georgia. It sounded like deepa, so for the longest time, I would just, in my little white girl way, say deepa.
Did you hold your own?
Oh, I totally held my own.
You did?
Oh,
yeah. So what was your favorite part about doing the film? It was the kiss for you, right?
That was sweet.
Was it really?
But I liked the character that I played. I thought, I tend to play something sort of sinister. Here was a character who I thought was a man who had found a state of grace and simplicity, and I just thought, oh, how nice to be that for a while.
The best part of your character, and I only saw the trailer because someone didn't get me the film, but I only saw the trailer, but I will say this. The best part of your character is you don't expect him to be the guy he is. And I love that. I love when movies surprise me, and I love when characters, you surprise me because here you are playing the not really very tolerant mom in the beginning, and smoking.
And smoking, I know. I know, that's going to make our...
You know, that's going to put you on a list, I know that. Every year they come out with a list of all the movies, you know. Yeah. So, but that surprised me also. Was that a choice, the character?
Yeah, my character is definitely, the mom who's struggling with the fact that her kid is obsessed with dresses, dolls, and girls cheerleading, and, what does that mean for his future? And she's also the character, I think, that James has written that has sort of the furthest to go. She has the journey in the movie.
Right.
She's the one who sort of has to come to accept her son for who he is.
So is this a movie about the son then, or about the mom?
It's interesting. He's written, I think, a movie that has a hero and a protagonist. The hero being the kid.
Right.
That's who we all root for. Protagonist being my character, which is the one that really goes through the journey and has the arc. So, and I think that's what makes this movie interesting and different. Is that it's through the perspective of the parent who's dealing with, the kid who's probably going to be gay, and but it is really delicately handled. It's not, she's not evil. You see that she's really, really struggling.
She's doing the best that she can with what she knows.
She really thinks that she's doing the best she can. She really is trying so hard, and then...
But it's not always pretty.
It's not always pretty, and it shouldn't be, and I don't know why anybody...
Life isn't always pretty.
Yeah, and that's
Look, if you could be here tomorrow morning, I could stand up and show you this wig standing straight up. You would be like, what the hell? So here's what I loved about that, is when young kids... I get hundreds of emails a day practically, and a lot of them are from young gay and lesbian kids wanting to... Two things. Either kill themselves or come out to their parents, and they don't... And it's so sad to me that they feel like those are equal choices. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I tell them the same thing, and it's basically what you just said about your arc, is you had 16 years, or however old you are, to come to terms with the fact that you're gay. You can't expect your parents to do it in an hour. Right. They have their process, too, and it's going to take some of them... My mom is still... Yeah. She's like, I accept that you're gay, and then you show up at her house, and there's a girl there.
Yeah.
Well, who's that? Go say hi.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I think the movie and what James and I were certainly... hoping it would be like a coming out experience for the mom and for the parent. And
right.
It's like a love letter, to the parents and their process.
James, did you want to be a cheerleader? Is this autobiographical in some way?
It's inspired by in 2nd grade my best friend Brad Bradley and I.
Brad Bradley?
I know.
Gee, I don't trust anybody whose first and last name you can reverse and they make the same sentence.
Oh, he's great.
What were they thinking?
They weren't thinking. Brad Bradley.
Brad Bradley and I lost contact in 3rd grade, and about 3 months ago just got back in touch and have been emailing each other weekly. Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah, it is. But why? Why?
We came across a mutual friend who put us in touch. He's on tour with Spamalot. He's a big old professional Broadway singer and dancer.
Thank you for biting your tongue.
I know.
We all got it.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
Oh, I can tell you what you were inferring.
And Brad Bradley and I in 2nd grade tried to get up on stage with the 2nd grade girls and do a cheer. We rehearsed all week with him, and right before the cheer started, a nun pulled us aside and said no. And he has very little memory of it, but it shaped my life. Like it's one of those defining moments where I remember it very well, being 8 years old and being told I couldn't be who I wanted to be.
It's like that moment in Beaches where the Bette Midler character, as a little girl, is pulled aside, and the rich Aunt Vesta gives her some money and says, "It'll keep you honest." Kids remember that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, when they say no. Like my brother said, "When did you realize that you were gay? When did you turn gay?" I said, "Well, I can tell you the exact moment." I go, "You would be in the front sandbox with your Tonka destructive toys. I would run into the back of the house, and then I would turn into Wonder Woman because I swear I sensed danger." And one time I got caught by my mother, and she goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm just getting dizzy." I didn't have the strength to say, "I'm turning into a hero."
Yeah.
Because that was less, you know. So, have you ever spun into Wonder Woman?
I did used to play Wonder Woman when I was a kid, and I was obsessed with that, the Bionic Woman. She was, Lindsay Wagner. I just...
Oh, did you make the sound too?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Whenever I played Make Believe, you had to call me Lindsay.
You were like a method child.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Or Jamie.
And did you rip phone books in half or try?
I wasn't that bad, but in my mind,
you were doing it right. And James, have you ever spun into Wonder Woman?
Oh, as a matter of fact, recently. We have a shout-out.
Recently?
Yeah, we do. We have a shout-out in 29th and Gay.
In 29th and Gay, my character is in a coffee shop, takes the little coffee warmers that they give you, puts them on his wrist,
and feminine bracelets,
and wards off.
Those are feminine bracelets, and that metal is only found on Paradise Island. I know this.
Yeah.
I know this. But it's not found on Lost. Now, we had somebody on our blog the other day that tried to give away secrets to Lost. Who knows? Secrets. And we said, well, this is what I did. I muted the sound, so you couldn't hear anything he had to say.
There are no secrets to reveal.
Well done. Shouldn't be much in the way of secrets
out there. He doesn't know anything.
Well, there was stuff like behind-the-scenes stuff that he should not have known. Like, and I'll say it out loud because I'll mute it myself again. Like, are the scripts in a vault 2 years in advance?
No.
No. You know what? I'm going to go back to the old blog and I'm going to remove the mute and make him look like a fool.
There's a master outline somewhere that...
Is there really?
I don't even know if it's written down, but it must be recorded somehow because they wouldn't want to risk, the entire writing team being swallowed by an earthquake or something. So they have it somewhere. But it's just an outline.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, it's rough, and within it there's a certain amount of wiggle room.
Okay, Michael, thank you so much, because I said this. I said to this person, 2 years, I go, I believe this. I said, I've worked in series before. They show up on Monday going, all right, what you got? And they go around the room, and they hope that, by Friday they got an episode.
Right.
That's what I thought, all right? No, 2 years in advance they have, and then he's like, in case the actors get into trouble, then if the actors get in trouble, they don't need the script because they're in jail.
If they had finished scripts in a vault, we would get them sooner than we do.
You get them at the last price.
The night before filming, in some cases.
Yeah. Do you like playing evil? Or not evil? No, I'm going to say evil.
Complicated.
It's complicated. Well, you know what someone told me about evil, and tell me if you agree with this. The difference between an evil character and the good character in any movie or television show, there isn't a difference. The evil character that we perceive, in his mind, is doing, this is the right thing to do, and you're wrong.
Sure.
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
So I guess you're not really, where do you pull from?
Nobody is consciously bad. I just make up a sort of alternative justification system for my character. Everything. And
I'll look it up for us.
When villains do bad things, they do them for good. They think they're doing it. Not many people are purposely evil. Everyone justifies themselves, even the direst of criminals.
Right, like John Wayne Gacy. But look, I paint clowns.
That kind of thing. At the very least, they take pride in craft. Maybe they're neat and clean, or they.
Did you see his hand motions in craft? He built me a toaster cozy. Toaster cozy is always a fun word, no matter when you can eat it. Yeah. Well, you guys, thank you so much for being on the blog. Colonites, you will support their movie. That's it. Love you. See you tomorrow.